Well, greetings, up-and-coming Walla High School students. You are nearing the end of your time in middle school, and it's time to start thinking about which courses you would like to take for your first year of high school. And one of the questions you might have is, which science class should I register for? So, the options that you have available to you are physics, AP Environmental Science, or physical science in agriculture. So, now that you know what your three options are, how do you go about choosing which of those three is best for you? Well, it kind of depends. It depends on you, and it depends on what specifically you're interested in. So, in the coming slides, we'll spend some time talking about each of the three courses and what they're designed and purposed for, right? And then we'll tell you a little bit about what you might do in each class, and then you can make a decision about which of those is actually the best fit for you. All right, so we will start with physics. Physics is our general science option, okay? So you would therefore start as your 9th grade year in that physics course, all right? Followed by a 10th grade year in chemistry, and then your junior year you might take biology as that third year option. Now what we really like about this course sequence, right, is that it meets your high school graduation requirements and your 4-year college admission requirements, right? So just simply by taking 3 years of the course sequence science, and simply by taking what's required of lab science to graduate high school, you would also meet the admission requirements for most 4-year institutions, because chemistry also counts as both a lab science and an algebra-based science. Right. Now, you might also choose physical science in agriculture, which is part of our agriculture science sequence. All right. Now, the agriculture science sequence meets high school graduation requirements, of course, right? The only slight caveat is if you stay in the agriculture science sequence all the way through, we do recommend that you take an additional science course of chemistry so that you can also get your algebra-based science. But that would really only be required of you if you decide that you want to go straight to a 4-year institution outside of high school. And the third option that we mentioned is the only advanced or honors option available to you, which is AP Environmental Science, right? So the AP stands for Advanced Placement, right? And our AP courses, which also include biology, physics, and chemistry, are actual college-level classes, so you do have the potential to earn college credit in lab science along with your high school lab science credit. So you absolutely meet your high school graduation requirement, and because they are actually college-level courses, you would also meet most college admission requirements along the way. Now, let's get into a little bit more about what the purpose of each of these three courses is, because this is probably going to be more pertinent to you as to which one you think you want to register for. So again, we'll start with physics, right? So physics is open to all 9th graders. Right? It is a lab science with a heavy emphasis on engineering design. Okay, and this is designed to be our general 9th grade science. Okay, designed for all 9th graders. And because of that, so we consider it year 1 of a 3-year general high school and college prep pathway. So again, this would be the first year of science that you take, followed by 2 more years of lab science in chemistry and biology. And in that 3-year sequence, you would meet all requirements for high school graduation, plus the requirements for most 4-year institutions in the state of Washington. Right. Now, physical science in agriculture is similar in that it is also open to all 9th graders, and also a lab science with a heavy emphasis on engineering design. Now, this is a specially designed course for students who are interested in exploring careers in agriculture, right? Or students who are interested in participating in FFA or other agriculture programs at Walla High. All right? It's also a 1-credit lab science course that doubles as a credit for CTE. Now, the only advanced or honors option available to you is AP Environmental Science. Now, AP Environmental Science is a little different in that it's open to all 9th through 12th grades. So if you were to register for AP Environmental Science, your advanced option, you would be in a course that is mixed in with 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders all in one classroom. Right? It's also a lab science, but the emphasis in environmental science is on sustainability, although there is, of course, lots of engineering design built in as well. Right? Now, this course is specially designed for students who are ready for college-level material when they walk through the door. Right? And students who are really interested in learning more about human impacts on the environment. And like physical science and agriculture, it is a 1-credit class that counts as both a lab science and a CTE. CTE, by the way, is career and technical education, of which you need 1 credit to graduate high school. So both physical science and agriculture and AP environmental science get you a lab science and a CTE credit in 1 credit class. Okay, now the only thing that differentiates AP Environmental Science from the other two, aside from being the advanced option, is it does have prerequisites. And those prerequisites are you must have completed Algebra 1 and done quite well, right? We also advise that you've also completed geometry so that you would then, as a freshman, be enrolled in Algebra 2. Now, if you will be in geometry, or honors geometry, I should say, as a freshman, you are eligible for AP Environmental Science. We just advise a little bit more math. We find it helpful, but it is not required. It is required that you finished Algebra 1. Right? And we definitely recommend that you talk to your current science teacher. So whether that's face-to-face or through email, we think that you ought to get their recommendation or at least their input as to what class you should register for. All right? So I do want to urge you guys to take your time to decide. Right? It is going to be 180 days of your life after all. So talk to your parents. Talk to your teachers. Right? But don't worry too much, right? Because regardless of where you start, right, you always have the option of changing pathways later on down the road. I wish you guys the best of luck, and we'll see you soon.